What's up, everybody? I see y'all piling in here, man. Go ahead, hit that like button. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Can y'all hear me now? Hopefully you can. It's basically saying systems go. You know what I mean? Who we got in the house today, man? It looks like we rocking. All right. Bet. All right, appreciate it, Mouthpiece. What up, man? So who we got in the building today, man? We got an interesting show to talk about, man. Some interesting details. So, man, let's get to it, man. Don't be scared to shout out where you're from and where you're at. You know what I mean? And if you got something super important, make sure to super chat it in. You know what I'm saying? All right? When you hear this, you know what we doing. Hopefully y'all heard that. You know what I mean? We good, though. We good. All right, so what we going to be talking about today, man? We packed today. We talking about a lot of things. So, obviously, you can tell by the background, we're going to be talking about Gunna. Also, we're going to be talking about this situation right here. Lil Durk's charges getting dropped in connection to the 2019 shooting in Atlanta, man. Now, you guys might remember this situation because, it was highly publicized because at the time it was involving him and a rapper by the name of King Von. And I know you guys are no stranger to who King Von is, but we're going to talk about that. Also, we're going to talk about another story out of Atlanta that's pretty crazy, man. So there's a guy who was in the news because he was a DJ. His name was DJ Awesome, right? Now, DJ Awesome ended up, paying a hitman, according to the court case, to shoot his wife, man. So it's crazy, man. We're going to talk about that. And we also going to talk about this post that's going around about Future, man. I saw this online and I thought it was funny, so we're going to talk about it, man. This is hilarious, man, because if you believe this, you'll believe, man, I got some, beachfront property to sell you in Arizona. You know what I mean? All right, as y'all get in here, go ahead, hit that like button. Opalika in the building. 305 with the check-in. What up, Australia? What's up, man? Continent/country, Georgia, the 770. What up? Eastside Decatur, salute. What up, man? Salute. 434, what up? We got the 615 in here, the 414 in here. What up? Who else we got? Opalika, I see you. Overtown in here. Witty, what's the deal with Gunna? No way he shouldn't have bail. Yeah, man. When it comes to Gunna, it's a crazy situation, man. It feels like, man, they just putting the screws on him just because. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's loosely involved in the case, to be real with you. If you look at everything that's involved, like the indictment and everything, man, I don't know, man. Like, his situation's a rough one, Frank Hayden with the check-in, you know what I mean? What did he say? Let's tip the man for all his hard work. Frank Hayden with the $5 super chat. What up, man? I appreciate it. And hopefully, man, everybody, y'all do some more of that. No, I'm joking, man. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you for contributing for my hard work because, brother be working, man. Be going through these stories, reading them, all that stuff, man. So let's do some shout-outs, and I appreciate you, Frank Hayden, you know what I mean? With the $5 super chat up in here, man. We got Philly, the 215 in here, West Dallas, Chicago in the building. We got a Chicago field story. It's an Atlanta story, too. 850. Dade, the 305. We got 918 Tulsa. We got the 312773. We got 334 Alabama. And we got Toronto in the building, man. What's up, man? All right. Stockton, the 209. All right, man. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to business. Didn't know Pushin' P was referring to prison. Y'all got jokes. Early. I know I got y'all up early for this one, too, man. But we gonna get it, man. So let's get it. You know? All right, man. So first off, we're going to start off by talking about the Lil Durk story, and we're going to look at the news story attached to that, right? Then we're going to talk about Gunna's situation and read that, and then we'll talk about this Future rumor, and we'll probably end on the DJ situation, you know what I mean? Now, for y'all in here, make sure you do me a favor. If you're in here right now, make sure you hit that like button. It's highly important. I only go live once a week now, so make sure that you super chat in if you can, and make sure you hit that like button, man, and let's get things started, right? Let's get to it, man. Let's do it. Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So, man, we're going to start things off right? We're going to get to the business, right? All right, man. So let's talk about Lil Durk. Now, Lil Durk had this court case hanging over his head forever, man, and everybody was always asking about this. I remember videos I was doing about Lil Durk, and people would ask about, what's up with the Lil Durk case, man? Well, it looks like they come to a resolution, man. It looks like Lil Durk's 2019 shooting case outside of the Varsity has been solved, or at least the charges against the rapper have been dropped. This is amazing news for Lil Durk. He can go on living the rest of his life now and flourishing in the rap game. So the headline that you're looking here is from a local news report there in Atlanta. It says charges against rapper Lil Durk dropped in connection to 2019 shooting incident at the Varsity. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Varsity is a well-known, or famous, I should say, spot for like hot dogs. I'll pretty much say that. Oh, man, stop the press. We got my boy Pierre Nelson. What up with the $19 super sticker? No message either, man. What's up, man? That's what I'm talking about, man. Yo, Pierre Nelson. Shout out to Pierre Nelson, man, in the building, man. Y'all hit that like button for Pierre Nelson, man, and Frank Hayden and the rest. Oh, here we go. Mouthpiece. What's up, Mouthpiece? With the $5 super chat. Big salute, big man. I appreciate it. Much love. Y'all showing that love today. I appreciate it, man. What up to Mouthpiece as well, man? Y'all go ahead, man. Yeah, I like that sound, man. All right, y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let's go. All right, I appreciate you, Pierre Nelson. Appreciate you, Mouthpiece. Now, the Varsity is a hot dog spot, and it's famous in Atlanta, right? It's more of a tourist spot. Like, people in Atlanta, they go there, but it's not like that, right? And this all took place around the Super Bowl. Like, you know how people go to each city for the Super Bowl to have a good time, even if they're not watching the big game. You know, it's an event. It's a situation to go out, you know, go out of town and do things. You know what I mean? So it seemed like Lil Durk and King Von were there for that reason, right? And I think this was around the same time that Lil Durk was transitioning into becoming an Atlanta resident, I should say, right? So let's get to the news story. Let's play the news clip, man. Let's do this.
And now and next. New tonight, a major update on a story we followed for years. Prosecutors have dropped all charges against rapper Lil Durk after his real name, Derek Banks. Back in 2019, the rapper spoke exclusively with Channel 2 after turning himself in. Police say he was involved in a shooting outside the Varsity. Now, Fulton County's DA office says it will not prosecute him. In the last 20 minutes, Durk's lawyer sent us a statement saying, quote, while it took 3 years for the state to make the right decision, in the end, the right decision was made, and Mr. Banks can finally put this event behind him.
Sounds like good news for Lil Durk, man. Now, y'all caught that, right? And hopefully y'all saw what I saw. I don't know if y'all saw what I saw, but hopefully y'all did. Check this out. That's right.
And now and next. New tonight, a major update on a story we followed for years. Prosecutors have dropped all charges.
Was that Lil Durk's first lawyer right there? Shorty that's next to him or whatever? And the other dude, he's probably his security, you know what I'm saying? But let's go.
Rapper Lil Durk after his real name, Derek Banks. Back in 2019, the rapper spoke exclusively with Channel 2 after turning himself in. Police say he was involved in a shooting outside the Varsity. Now, Fulton County's DA office says it will not prosecute him. In the last 20 minutes, Durk's lawyer sent us a statement saying, quote, while it
took 3 years to stay. Now, what's crazy about this situation, right? There were so many rumors, man. Like, everybody was like, yo, was King Von going to end up catching this charge, you know what I'm saying? Or were they going to put this on King Von because he's no longer here? But it looks like the charges were all out dropped, man. Now, there's going to be a lot of speculation about that. Anytime charges are just straight up dropped, they're going to be like, okay, what went on in the back end? But it seems like the prosecutors dropped the case because, I mean, obviously they didn't have enough evidence against Lil Durk, or they feel like somebody else was responsible for the shooting. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think in the chat or even in the comment section later on when you watch this video. Do y'all think that might mean like King Von might have caught this case, you know what I'm saying? What is it, posthumously? You know what I mean? Meaning he's passed away and they already know that maybe he was involved or the shooter in the situation. So he's the one who caught this case because The details about this have been, there's been a lot of rumor involved. There hasn't been any specific details, but man, let's get back to the video. I want y'all to hear what the lawyer said.
It took 3 years for the state to make the right decision. In the end, the right decision was made, and Mr. Banks can finally put this event behind him.
Okay, so we'll leave it there. So basically, it looks like Lil Durk is all in the clear, man. I mean, that's great for his rap career, but I don't know. Y'all tell me, and maybe I'll dip into the chat. Y'all send me a super chat or something if y'all want to talk about that. But it seems like, man, now he doesn't have anything hanging over his head. He can actually flourish in the rap game. So this is good news for Durk. Let's be happy for Lil Durk. Is it going to seem a little shady to some people? Maybe. But man, this is, like I said, it's a win. It's a win for Durk and his team. You know what I mean? Let me see. Okay. All right. Okay, so we all on the same page. Oh, man, what we not on the same... Oh, whoa. Frank Hayden with the $10 super chat. Let's go. Frank Hayden feeding the bank today, man. What's up, man? I appreciate you. You said, I'm surprised the Atlanta DA charged everybody. What you think about this new Jeezy album? All right, so that new Jeezy mixtape, I've only listened to it loosely, right? The one with DJ Drama. I haven't got the full listening. I've really been listening to this Lil Baby album hard. Like, really like listening to the Lil Baby album a lot. You know what I mean? So I don't have a full opinion on the Jeezy mixtape that dropped. I like the fact that he dropped on the heat of the feature that he did with ESTG, where he probably dropped one of his best verses in like 3 or 4 years. I'll be honest. Like, that was one of Jeezy's best verses in like 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really came in and delivered on that ESTG song. That's why it was trending everywhere when it dropped and all that. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I haven't locked in on the whole Jeezy mixtape, but the little things that I've heard, it seemed pretty good, man. It seemed really good. Yeah. Good question, Frank Hayden. I appreciate that, man, because I love to talk to hip hop. I love to talk rap, mixtape, stuff like that. These cases are interesting too. But yeah, when we get to the gist of it, we here for the rap. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. And appreciate that, Frank Hayden, with this $10 super chat, man. You've been on it today. I appreciate that, man. I'm surprised the Atlanta DA. What else did you say? He said, I'm surprised the Atlanta DA charged everybody. Yeah. So the Atlanta DA's office has been busy charging rappers with RICOs and things like that, of that nature, right? So you would think that they would be like, yo, in this Lil Durk situation, trying to push the charges no matter what, because they seem pretty like they on rappers' heels right now. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, they said, nah, man, Lil Durk, you clear of all these charges. We dropping them. Whew. That's a win for Lil Durk and his team. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy, man. Crazy, man. And yeah, from Frank Hayden, man, we're going to play it one more time.
Now and next. New tonight, a major update on a story we followed for years. Prosecutors have dropped all charges against rapper Lil Durk after his real name, Derek Banks. Back in 2019, the rapper spoke exclusively with Channel 2 after turning himself in. Police say he was involved in a shooting outside the Varsity. Now, Fulton County's DA office says it will not prosecute him. In the last 20 minutes, Durk's lawyer sent us a statement saying, quote, while it took 3 years for the state to make the right decision, in the end, the right decision was made, and Mr. Banks can finally put this event behind him.
Y'all see what I see? Let me stop, man. But yeah, it looks like Lil Durk is in the clear. Now, all right, let's actually read the story, because we here today. You know what I'm saying? We up early doing this, right? So let me at least get into the story about it. Now, the story starts off by saying this. It says, Channel 2 Action News has learned rapper Lil Durk will no longer face any charges in connection to the 2019 shooting outside of the Varsity in Atlanta. Now, Lil Durk, whose name is Derek Banks, was charged in connection to a shooting outside the Varsity a few days after the Super Bowl in 2019. Now, I'm wondering where he already moved to Atlanta and he was out at the Varsity really eating there. I've only eaten there twice before, you know what I'm saying? But maybe. Now, back in 2019, Banks spoke with Channel 2 News hours before he surrendered. So he surrendered himself in the case. I have nothing to hide, Banks told Channel 2 Action News. I have nothing to run from. Banks said he canceled his tour and immediately flew to Atlanta when he found out he was wanted by Atlanta police. So Durk at that time was in a tour. So I wonder whose tour he was on, or was it his own club tour or something like that? Because in 2019, Lil Durk was heating up, but he wasn't what he is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. So he flew into Atlanta and just said, forget it, man. Let me turn myself in. Now, his lawyer wrote this long statement, and he said that Banks was facing, or the story says Banks, Lil Durk, was facing criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, unlawful for employed by associated with criminal street gang to participate in crime, possession of a firearm during commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. So what is that? 5 different charges with crazy sentencing time on that. Plus, you got the gang and the criminal street gang conduct to participate in crime charge. If Lil Durk would have been found guilty of all that, man, we'd be having the same situation like we gonna talk about here with Gunna, man. It's just all bad. But Lil Durk came out with the W. So props to him, man. You can't hate on that. Can't hate on the kid. You know what I mean? Crazy, man. And they said aggravated assault, criminal attempt to commit murder. I thought the dude died. Huh. It said attempt to commit murder. So maybe it was just all of this time it was an attempt. It was just because he had all those other charges connected to it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Pierre Nelson coming through. What's up, Pierre Nelson, man? Y'all ain't playing today. I'm with it. Now, he said, do you think Durk will get hit with the RICO like YSL? Is that a possibility? That's a good question, Pierre Nelson. Now, when it comes to these RICO cases, it's hard to predict because they've been building a file on the person forever. And this is what's wild, man. This might be the trick card in this situation. I'm glad you brought that up because think about this. Gunna's charges and Young Thug's charges for the case where they were pulled over, those charges were dropped. Remember that. Those charges were dropped, bro. So those charges got dropped and they got brought back up when they got indicted for the RICO case. So, man, that's a possibility. I don't know. Meaning we've seen it before, but man, that would be a dirty trick. Have him thinking that he's cleared on these charges and all charges against him were dropped, and then later on come back and hit him with a RICO charge. But they'd have to prove that Lil Durk was working, with a group. And, he doesn't have the history in Atlanta like everybody else, like YSL does. They were looking at YSL since 2015, so you could only imagine, If I was Lil Durk, I would count this as a blessing and keep my nose clean, man. But that is a very, very good question, man, on the super chat. You know what I mean? Do you think Lil Durk would get hit with the RICO? Hopefully not, man. Hopefully not. There's too many rappers with RICOs right now. You know what I'm saying? Way too many. But that is a great question, Pierre Nelson. And I appreciate the $5 super chat, man. And yo, man, y'all hit that like button. Run them likes up. Let's go, man. Let's get it, man. We should be way over the likes that we got, man. Let's go. Let's get over 100, man. Let's go. You know what I mean? So, man, as we talk about that, and as we transition off of Pierre Nelson's statement there, what we going to do is we going to move on to another topic. And it'll be one of our main topics or co-main topics. And that's Gunna. All right, man. So this Gunna situation is bad, right? Like you had the judge going off on his family and all that. So hold up. Let me fix something real quick, man. While I fix something real quick, y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button. It's going to take me about 30 seconds. All right, I'm already back. Y'all fix that like button, man. Y'all hit them likes. Get them up, But yeah, so the crazy part about it is with Gunna, his family was in court. I want to say family, friends, everybody. And the judge recently went off on him. And this is a bad look because Gunna's trying for his 4th time to get bond. So let's take a look at that.
Like I said, I will try the case as expeditiously as possible. But at this point in time, I don't find any change in circumstances that would allow me to or move me from changing the changing my decision as to bond. And if anybody's in the gallery and you can't otherwise control yourself or otherwise you want to make any appropriate comments, then you can leave at this point in time. No harm will come or nothing else will occur. But if you remain in this courtroom and make any outbursts, I'll have you arrested. The only thing I can potentially do is, like I said, I will try the case as expeditiously as possible. But at this point in time, I don't find any change in circumstances that would allow me to or move me from changing my decision as to bond. And if anybody's in the gallery and you can't otherwise control yourself.
Now, the first time I saw this, I thought he was tripping. I was like, man, he going in, man. What's up with the judge, right? But you can clearly hear somebody was rumbling in the background while he was talking. And, man, that's just a bad move in court. Like I said, man, judges have a lot of power. You know, judges are the guys you go to in order to get a warrant signed. The judges are the guys you go to in order to indict some of these RICOs or whatever, right? And they're the person who really holds your future in the balance when it comes to weighing out these cases. So, man, if Gunna's family was smart, man, they wouldn't get on his bad side, bro. Like, you ain't got to tiptoe around, but, man, just leave it alone. Leave it alone, you know?
Or otherwise you want to make any appropriate comments, then you can leave at this point in time. No harm will come or nothing else will occur. But if you remain in this courtroom and make any outbursts, I'll have you arrested.
Now, the dude at the end was like, Black Lives, man. He was like, man, he was really trying it because he was on his way walking out. Right there, you can see with the mask on. That looks like the journalist, George Cheedy, the guy who gives a lot of these updates and stuff. I'm pretty sure he's at every trial, every day. You know what I'm saying? For anything involving these RICOs. Yeah, and that's where it ends, man. So, okay, this might be a bad look for Gunna because, like I said, he's trying for his fourth time to get bond, man. Like, that took place, that actually happened at his third bond hearing. So, let's actually look at that story real quick, man. Talk about that a little bit. Y'all do me a favor. Make sure y'all get that like button up. Hit that like button, man. Now, it says, video shows judge in Gunna's RICO case threatening to arrest his family. You know what I mean? Unless you forgot, Young Thug and Gunna are still sitting in an Atlanta jail awaiting their trial date after they were both arrested and charged 5 months ago on RICO charges by Atlanta police. Since then, both rappers have been denied bond by a superior court judge on multiple occasions. Now, there's a lot of reason for that, right? This judge has the prosecutor basically painting a picture, the DA's office saying, yo, Gunna and Young Thug have the possibility to threaten witnesses or tamper with the case, man, by, intimidating witnesses or whatever, right? They're painting that picture. And the judge's hands are pretty much tied. He's like, man, I can't let you out if that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. Now, recently, a viral video has been circulating on social media showing Gunna's third bond hearing on October 13th. The video not only shows the rapper being denied bond for the third time, but the decision also caused a small commotion in the courtroom from family members of the Pushin P rapper. Judge Ural Glanville can be heard saying in the video, the only thing I could potentially do, like I said, I will try to try the case expeditiously as possible. But at this point, I do not find any charge or any change in the circumstances that would allow me or move me to change my decision as bond. That's wild, man. So, okay. Gunna's got to be feeling pretty crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? He got to be feeling like Tyrese.
What more do you want from me?
For real. Because dude is like, man, he's the most loosely tied into this case of anybody in this case. You know what I'm saying? And a big rumor that was out there, a rumor I should say that was out there, was that Gunna's bond keeps getting denied, or this time it got denied because the prosecution even tried to show what they called proof of somebody alleging that they would off somebody for Gunna. You know what I'm saying? So it's supposed to be a birthday text, and somebody told somebody happy C-Day or whatever. And this is what's been floating around social media. Now, this is allegedly from the case file or whatever, but I'm not too sure of that. Just let's rock with it, man. Let's rock with it. Now, you can see in this, it says, the state asserted at the bond hearing that there was a text message not disclosed to Kitchens in discovery between two individuals, neither of whom was Kitchens, where one person offered to murder another person on Kitchens' behalf. Once again, the state has misled in its evidence and thus misled the court. Now, this is obviously, if real, it's coming from Gunna's legal team. You know, they're basically saying that, yo, the DA's office is basically misconstruing a text, not even involving Gunna, and making it seem like he has the ability or the power to get somebody off. You know what I mean? Now, the text in question, dated June 14th, 2020. Yeah, they've been on their heels. Yep. Almost 2 years before the indictment was returned in this case, has nothing to do with witness intimidation or obstruction. The text between two individuals, again, neither of whom is Kitchen, states, tell Gunna happy C-Day. I guess somebody banging or whatever, gang banging, you know what I'm saying? It's all love. 100 and a heart emojis. I'll still whack something about him. You know what I'm saying? So letting it be known that, yo, he's down for Gunna. You know what I mean? And he said happy C-Day. It looked bad. You know what I'm saying? Because the first question would be, yo, why is he saying C-Day instead of happy B-Day or happy birthday? Oh, in a gang? Nah, man, we ain't rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? It's all around bad. But, man, is that a stretch? It seems like a stretch, bro. It seems like a stretch. Let's see. Oh, man, Frank Hayden again. Okay, man, we opening up the wallet today. God dang. Hit him with the double time. Let's go. All right. You said, what you think about Lil Tim drug charge he caught in Georgia yesterday? Yeah, I saw rumors of that, and I was waiting until the paperwork dropped before I could say anything. But, man, we might bring up that at the end. You know what I'm saying? But everybody is still waiting on the murder charge. But I'm pretty sure, man. Everybody knows it's probably gonna be self-defense situation, man. Now, yeah, only thing I seen on that was a couple of blogs talking about it. You know what I mean? As soon as something official drop, I'm gonna be on it. But I appreciate that, Frank Hayden, for real, man. And be expecting me to drop a video about that later. Yeah, I'll drop a video talking about the whole ordeal with Lil Tim. But yeah, definitely. Okay, it looks like something Vlad put up here, so we might, man. Okay, we might divert. We might check out. Okay, we'll check that out in the end. We'll talk about that, Frank Hayden. How about that, man? Just to make it fair, man. Make it fair, make it square. That way you ain't got to come back and check out another video. We'll just go ahead and get into that at the end. Cool? Dope, man. Yo, and good looking out on the super chat, man. Y'all been feeding the bank today, man. Shout out to Frank Hayden, man. Let's go. So, yo, this is allegedly, you know what I mean? This is allegedly, you know, what Gunna's legal team had put out there, right? Basically saying that, yo, this text doesn't even involve Gunna in the first place. Number two, these two people talking probably don't even have it. Well, they were being monitored, so they obviously in the RICO case. But that doesn't prove the fact that Gunna can get somebody off, get somebody whacked. You know what I'm saying? It was wild, man. It was wild. Wild, man. Crazy, bro. Crazy. So, man, with this situation, I think that, I don't know. I just feel like Gunna is just in a tough place as far as this legal situation. And his family, you know, they don't want to make it tougher on him, you know? And basically, that's where the story ends. It basically goes on to talk about that Gunna's going to be trying for bond one more time. But regardless of that, the trial is still set for January 9th, 2023. So we're looking at about another 2-3 months before it even goes to trial. And the way that Atlanta, and I can understand them trying to get out of jail anyway. But what's crazy about the Atlanta jail right now, Fulton County Jail, like there's been a rough period there where somebody's been dying almost every week. Like somebody has been dying. Like, I don't know if you guys seen that video I dropped about the cats who were in there from, what is it called? Homicide, right? One of the people who rap with Homicide, he's in there, and you see all sorts of wildness in the video, man. They like got Shanks up or whatever. I'm like, and they on their IG live, like with Shanks up and all that, man. It's crazy, man. I can only imagine with all these different gangs being locked up and RICOs and things like that, it's probably going a little wild. So if I was Gunna, I'd rather be out here making money too. You know what I'm saying? Because think about this. Think about how much money Gunna is missing out on, bro. Think about how much money Gunna is missing, bro. Like, he should be getting a bag like Lil Baby right now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Crazy, man. I see y'all going in on Gunna, man. He ain't folded yet, man. Hopefully he stands. It seems like he gonna stand tall through it. But man, could y'all stand tall on that like button, man? Could y'all show your boy them likes, man? Super chat in if you got anything super serious you want me to talk about. And appreciate everybody who super chatted in so far. Frank Hayden, and the other gentleman that super chatted in. You know what I'm saying? But Frank Hayden, we would definitely talk about Lil Tim next. Or not next, but we'll talk about him in the end. So man, bad part about this is, yeah, Gunna's gonna go up to bat. The judge already seems mad at him. I don't be expecting Gunna to get his bond this time, dog. Like fourth time up, I doubt it. I doubt it. I just think that Gunna's done, man. Done. All right, man. And I hate to end on a note like that with Gunna. You know what I mean? So let's wish well, man. Let's hope that he can actually get bond this time. But man, when you got scenes like this jumping off in court, and yeah, I'm gonna play it again, it just don't look good.
Like I said, I will try the case as expeditiously as possible. But at this point in time, I don't find any change in circumstances that would allow me to, or move me from changing my decision as to bond. And if anybody's in the gallery and you can't otherwise control yourself or otherwise you want to make any appropriate comments, then you can leave at this point in time. No harm will come or nothing else will occur. But if you remain in this courtroom and make any outbursts, I'll have you arrested.
It got real.
The only thing I can potentially do is, like I said, I will try the case as expeditiously as possible. But at this point in time, I don't find any change in circumstances that would allow me to, or move me from changing my decision as to bond. And if anybody's in the gallery and you can't otherwise control yourself or otherwise you want to make any appropriate comments, then you can leave at this point in time. No harm will come or nothing else will occur. But if you remain in this courtroom and make any outbursts, I'll have you arrested.
Man. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't help. That's all I can say. That's not going to help. But we'll see, man. Looks like they filed a motion and they'll be back in court trying to get bond for the fourth time. But like I said, it probably wouldn't. I'd be shocked. It'll definitely be breaking news if Gunna actually gets bond in this case. But like somebody said earlier, man, bond in the RICO, man, it ain't happening, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't happening, bro. It probably ain't happening, especially when people they've been shot. That's wild, man. All right, man. So let's move on, man, to a story that you might not be too familiar with unless you live in Atlanta. So there's a situation that went down in Atlanta involving this DJ, a guy by the name of DJ Awesome. Oddly enough, his name was DJ Awesome. And he allegedly hired a hitman to kill his old lady, man, to kill his wife. You know what I'm saying? You know, and rest in peace to her. And we don't condone none of that. You know what I'm saying? This is just an update on the news story. It looks like his best friend was sentenced to life. So let's actually look at that news story real quick, man. We're going to look at this real quick. I want y'all to, just some more crazy news coming out of Atlanta pretty much, man. So let's play this.
of his life in prison for killing a woman at his best friend's request. The court say Adrian Harley was the hitman hired by an Atlanta DJ in 2014 to kill Tiffany Pugh. Tiffany was married to Andre Pugh, also known as DJ Awesome. He ordered the killing. Both he and Harley will serve life in prison.
Yeah, it looks like they both gonna serve life in prison, man, which is crazy, man. Now, some of you might know this story because there was actually a TV show that covered this. You know, it was actually really good. Somebody in my family had sent it to me, and I had watched it like months ago. And it was basically like it was a whodunit type of deal, and then you ended up finding out that the whole time the husband was involved. You know what I'm saying? The husband was the person who paid the hitman or whatnot, but you never got a clear understanding of why, man. And it leaves a lot of questions out there still, man. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, and ain't nobody in their right mind ever gonna tell me, yo, dog, I need you to shoot this person. No, brother. Nah, not at all. I like freedom. You know what I'm saying? I like, man, just going out and having fun, man. I like living life, drinking. Ain't nothing in jail that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's actually read the story, man, in a serious note. So, East Point, Georgia. A man who was hired to kill his best friend's wife will spend the rest of his life in prison. Adrian Earl Harley was sentenced this week for killing Tiffany Jackson Pugh in November 2014, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution says Harley went into his friend's East Point home and shot the mother of two. Now, this is crazy, dog. So the mother of your kids? Okay, now Pugh's body was found in a guest bedroom with gunshots to her eye and chest. Police previously said her 2-year-old child was laying on top of her body, crying and begging her to wake up. Police determined that Pugh's husband, Andre Pugh, was also known as DJ Awesome, at an Atlanta strip club, hired Harley to kill his wife. Andre Pugh reportedly called 911 to say his wife had been murdered without having been inside the house to see her body, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported. And that's pretty much what gave him up, man. Like, he had already called the police and said, hey, I think my wife has been shot. And they were like, well, how would you know that? You know, and you're supposed to be at work. You know what I'm saying? It's just pretty much gave itself up. You know what I mean? Now, Harley was the best man at Andre and Tiffany Pugh's wedding and even served as pallbearer at her funeral. That is cold, bruh. So this dude killed Shorty and then served as the pallbearer at her funeral? Okay, they lock him up, throw away the key, brother. You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. Both men were arrested in December 2014. Andre Pugh was convicted and sentenced to life in prison in 2018 and is currently serving his sentence at the Telfair State Prison, man. So both of these cats are in jail for life, man. Justice served in this situation. Come on, man. We got to keep it funky, man. Like, this is crazy, bro. And I remember the TV show, man. I remember this TV show. And I can't remember the name of the TV show, but they talked about this. But it looks like they both got life, including the hitman. And that's it, man. Done deal. Y'all tell me in the comments later what y'all think, man. But I'm pretty sure that video is going to get me demonetized. You know what I'm saying? Or that story, reading that story, because that was just too much going on there, man. But y'all do me a favor, man. You know, I'm out here giving y'all the news. Y'all make sure y'all give me that like button love, man. Hit that like button, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Run them up, because we should be way above the amount of likes we got right now, man. Let's go. Let's go. Hit that like button. Let's go, man. Let's run it up. You know what I'm saying? Tyrese, ask him.
What more do you want from me?
It ain't that serious, but I think that's one of the funniest memes ever. You know what I mean? Crazy, man. What up, Atlanta? What up? What up? All right, so let's move on to something else, man. A story that isn't as savage as that one, but a little bit more interesting, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even a story. It's a rumor, man. I saw something floating out there on social media that accused Future of being a pimp. Now, I am in no way saying this is true. Like, I don't know if this is true. It doesn't seem like facts. But, man, we're going to delve into this and read this, right? Like, yo, this full disclaimer. This is a rumor. This is not 100% facts. I'm not saying this is true. This is just what's floating around there on social media. So if you guys, some of you might have already seen this, you know, especially you guys who are deep in those chat rooms, or not chat rooms, what do they call them? Whatever, man. You know, online looking at hip hop news. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is what it says. It says, laughing out loud, or laughing my, you know what, off. Atlanta messy as heck. Let's get into Future being a drug lord and how he has a trap house in every hood. Now, somebody is trying to say that Future is a drug lord and got a trap house in every hood. I don't believe that off the top, because let's think about it, man. Future is a rapper. Like, dude puts out a lot of albums. Like, he just dropped an album this year. I'm talking about dude is a workhorse. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be a drug lord, I don't think that's possible, bro. Now, a lot of people don't know the reason Bibby retired from rap is because he's making millions signing artists to the same deals that he did and through the drug operation Future controls. So he's saying that Future has this elaborate drug operation, and he's got Bibby actually working with him, and that's how they sign it. He's signing artists, man, through this drug operation Future controls. Yeah, this is wild. I'm telling you. It's some movie stuff, bro. Like, this couldn't be true. Now, Future is also a AKA handler, or whatever you want to call it, but most of the women you see him with are not girlfriends. She's up for the next bidder, hence why the international trips are frequent. He's what the streets called a Romeo type, not a gorilla. So, saying that on top of being a drug lord, Future is also some sort of a player. We'll say that, man, because the other word, you know, it's tricky with that one. Some sort of player, AKA handler, who when you see him with a girl, it's not really his girl. It's just it's a girl who's up for the next bidder. I don't know. This is getting tricky, man. I don't believe none of this, man. I don't believe none of this, man. Yo, I need an alarm. I'm gonna set up an alarm button or something, dog, because I don't believe none of this. And man, I don't think any of y'all should either. But man, this is floating around social media. And man, those are some serious allegations. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm co-signing this, but it's wild when I ran across it, man. Wow. ATL, yo, crazy, man. Yeah, I talked about Lil Durk earlier. You know what I'm saying? I talked about Lil Durk earlier, man. Hey, hit that like button.
What more do you want from me?
Run him up. Yo, I don't know. I'm going to leave this where it's at because this gets into tricky territory, man. No pun intended. But, yo, my personal opinion, I think that's all cap, man. Future is a rapper. Like, dude drops a lot of projects. I don't think he's involved in any of that. And, man, I know people have conspiracy theories and stuff about all that stuff and people in the industry. But, man, you really got to think about reality in these situations. And I just don't think it's facts. I don't think it's facts at all. All right, man. So let's talk about the last topic that I want to talk about today, which is that King Von, that Lil Tim situation, man. I was going to maybe touch on Drake and 21 Savage, you know what I mean? But, you guys, everybody just right now just knows they got an album coming. So, man, we'll leave it there until the album comes out. You know? Maybe at the end we'll talk a little bit. But let's look at this report out here that's been put out by Vlad.com, man. And I want y'all to see this, so let's bring this up. Hopefully y'all can see that clearly. Looks like a fresh new mugshot for Lil Tim. Like, Lil Tim should have just went to, like, the straight and narrow, dog. That was the best. Or either just work on rapping, dog. Because when you already have a murder case hanging out there, man, all you could do is make things worse. And let me make this. There we go. All right. So we'll leave it like that. Yeah, perfect. All right, man. So this is a bonus for Frank Hayden and all those super chats he put in. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I really, really do. You know what I mean? For real, though. Yo, and so let's get to this one, man. Let's talk about this, man. Now, I'm just fresh off of listening or hearing about this news, so let's get to it. Yeah, all right. So let's read this headline. So it says, King Von's accused killer, Lil Tim, arrested in Georgia on alleged drug charges. So it looks like he's facing some charges for allegedly selling some drugs. Now, earlier this year, King Von's alleged killer, Lil Tim, made headlines after he briefly addressed the King Von incident that resulted in the tragic death of the rapper. Leaks spoke about picking and choosing sides and revealed information about being shot in the ordeal. So they're talking about the fact that in the King Von shooting, you could see Lil Tim, he had got shot, and he allegedly had a colostomy bag or whatever, man. You know what I mean? They said he had one on him. I don't know if he still has it. I don't know if it's for life. But yeah, that was allegedly one of the results of the shooting. You know, you would like a lot of different other people lost their lives. It's just a tragic situation, right? Now, since then, reports have surfaced noting Lil Tim was arrested in Georgia on alleged drug charges. So it says the mugshot for Timothy Lil Tim leaks surfaced, and the Quando Rondo affiliate reportedly was charged with possession of a Schedule I controlled substance. Along with that, Leaks was hit with counts of possession of a Schedule II controlled substance and a possession of the green stuff, less than an ounce. Stay tuned for more updates. So this comes from the Georgia Gazette, they said is the source. You know what I mean? Let's look at that real quick. Just click on the link. All right, that's taking forever. But, man, we'll leave that at that, man. It seems like right now, that's all the information that they have on Lil Tim in the situation. But here's an updated mugshot of Lil Tim, and it looks like he got arrested again. Didn't he just get arrested for, I want to say it was like a traffic violation or something like that previously? Now, that's not major, right? I mean, a traffic violation in comparison to all the other things that he's been arrested for is nothing. You know what I mean? But it's wild. It's wild that Lil Tim is still getting in the trenches, man. Like with all that's going on with Quando Rondo, his other homeboy getting shot, and I don't know the relationship between Lil Tim and the other guy who got shot, you know, who lost his life in L.A. But, man, you would think they'd be keeping their team tight. But maybe he was out there trying to, you know, get in them streets to get some money. Let's be real, man. Let's be real. It might have been it. Or, you know, it might come back that this might have been for a personal reason. But what's wild is, man, Lil Tim stays in the news for getting arrested, man. This dude get more breaks than a little bit, bruh. But we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there because, you know, in the shooting situation, we could be here arguing all day about back and forth about what went down, you know what I mean, or what was the right decision to be made, you know, and who was at fault. But, man, it looks like Lil Tim ain't spared no time in getting arrested again, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna be locked in on this story too. I'm gonna find more sources and find out the details, and I'll probably still drop something about this. But there you go, there you have it. King Von's accused killer, Lil Tim, arrested in Georgia on alleged drug charges, man. Now, a lot of people are gonna be thinking about the murder case. Like, yo, well, what's up with that? And if you want my real personal opinion, man, I think, man, he's probably gonna get off. Let's be real. He's probably gonna get off because it was a group of people coming at them. It's a lot of things going on there. And you got to remember the state, Georgia. I'm not sure if it has the same laws as Florida. I haven't looked into that yet, but man, usually most southern states, you know, you have the right to protect yourself with a weapon. You know what I'm saying? So crazy, man. Got arrested. This should revoke his. It might revoke his bond on the murder case. Yeah, we will see. We will see. But that's what it's looking like, man, right now. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, so what we'll do is I'll keep a close eye on this. And as the news comes out about this, we'll see what happens. Because I'm not even sure, because in the story, it doesn't detail if this happened in Atlanta or if it happened in Savannah or where it happened at. But I'm sure we'll get all the details, 100%. Yeah, he did take off. He got arrested before for taking out, man, for trying to run. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. So all these charges just piling up. We'll see where this ends him, man, because he looking at some time now. You know what I'm saying? Because they said that he allegedly got caught with a Schedule I and Schedule II drug. So, yep, Lil Tim might be cooked this time, for real. All right, man. I appreciate everybody who showed up here on this early Sunday morning, man. I appreciate everybody who super chatted in. And I really appreciate everybody on your way out. Make sure you hit that like button. We got like 200 people. We should have 200 likes. So make sure you hit that like button because your boy was working hard this morning. We doing it all. You know what I'm saying? We doing it all, man. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Y'all do me a favor. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. And make sure y'all hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop one of these lives. And we out of here. Peace. Oh, yeah. And shout out to the chat, man. One love to the chat. If I ain't hit your city this time, I will definitely hit it next time. Just make sure you check in early and I'll give you that shout out. You know what I'm saying? And a special shout out to everybody who super chatted in. That's what's up. All right, this your boy Big Man. We out. Peace.